Okay, here it is hanging on my wall now. It's completely done. This is all the circuit board up here with the motor driving circuitry and the unregulated power supply here. I gave myself another ridge rectifier here, tapping off the one transformer here to run a fan to keep everything cool up here. And then all that wiring goes all the way across, all the way down there, over to my lathe. Now all I gotta do now is just plug this in over here, turn the switch on. So now my primary of the transformers are on a circuit breaker box here as well. This here kind of power strip. It has its own little circuit breaker as well. Now I have two fuses. I have one fuse that goes to my circuit, and I have another fuse that goes to the primary of the transformers, which is the house current. Plus I also have this here trip breaker here on this here, so I'm pretty well good here. Everything is grounded. The machine is grounded at the box down to here. And so let's get a demonstration of it working now. Okay, what I have here is my selector switch here. What I did was I gave myself a tap on every transformer. That's two transformers there. That's 4 taps total. Around 12 to 14 volts for the first tap on there, DC coming out. That's unrectified. That would be right here. And just for a little demonstration purpose, what I'm going to do is, here is the torque control when that light is on. That just simply gives me more, increases the voltage to the motor. That's all it does. I can adjust that. That's completely on right now, but I can bring it down to it just barely comes on, and now the motor is spinning. If I put a little bit of a torque, if I put a little bit of a load on here, you can see how the light will come on. So now I'm working only at 14 volts. Now this motor is a 100 volt motor for DC voltage, and so I'm running a very low voltage, but we'll see how well this works even at a low voltage with the torque control working. Okay, this is 12L14 steel. I have a hole already bored in there with the other drill bits and things. I now have a 3/4 inch end mill in here, and I'm going to at the speed here, I'm going to do a little bit of a boring here now, and just to see how well this works at this kind of speed here. There's the light coming on. That indicates that its torque is working. So that's not too bad. If I take my time with it, if I need to go this slow, I have the availability to be able to go slow, cutting metal at this speed here. Again, you can see the torque control now. If I let off the load, the torque goes out. The light comes on again. That's torque control. And what that light is doing is it is just increasing voltage to the motor with as much as it can. That's all. Okay, now let's increase this to a second speed. This is one full transformer now in the circuit. Let's do a little demonstration here with I'm talking about the voltage here. I'm starting at about 15.2 volts here when I put a load on here. Now I'm going to take the torque off completely first. Now whenever I go to put a load on here now, see how the voltage just keeps on dropping down across there, down to about 13 volts and things. Alright, I put the torque control back in here now. Right there. And now whenever I put a load in there, it stays at the 15 volts where it needs to be. So I can put a load on there, and it's cutting really nice, and the voltage is not dropping, it's staying the same. That's working good for that. Okay, that's what I'm talking about as far as the torque control. Just increase the voltage of the motor. Now I'm going to increase it to the second speed. Okay, now at the second speed here, I'm around 32 volts. That's about 40 volts coming off the transformer DC after the rectified. 32 volts coming off of the motor here after it's been working on the circuitry. Okay, so now again I put a load on the motor here. Now take notice how that voltage increased. That's the key right there. The voltage is increasing when I put a load on it. Without the torque control again. See how the voltage keeps on dropping and dropping to 28 with the torque control. Right there's the torque control from 32, 33, 33.6. I'm putting a load on it. I'm cutting really well, and it's going really nice. It's staying at 33 volts, 33.9, and I'm putting a lot of cutting action on her now, and we got a good voltage across there. 34 volts, 30 back down to 32 when there's no load. So you see how the torque control is working? It increases the voltage across the motor, and that's what we want. Okay, so there's a demonstration of the circuit working. Like I said, that's at the second speed. Here's the third speed, and the fourth speed. Okay, and again I have the torque control there. Okay, so that's the circuit built, done, and this is just built temporary so I can keep on working with my lathe to do my machining projects, and later on I'm going to start working on a pulse width modulation board for myself using all transistors, and that's what I'm doing over here now, doing some experimenting. That's going to come next later on, and some more videos coming up. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.